Pencil sketching step by step for beginners. So first step that I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the image and compare it with the size of the paper. I'm going to take maximum horizontal and maximum vertical size from top to bottom. I feel that this will increase twice, 2 times for the drawing to fit in the page. Once I'm done with that, I will make a vertical and horizontal line like a cross. This will help me make the drawing so that I'm able to keep a track that it is aligned. The next step that we are doing is we are converting the image into basic shape, and over here I see cuboid as the basic shape. I'm going to use pencil to measure the tilt angle of the boxes. As this is a top view, so you can say that the perspective is 3-point perspective. There is a vanishing point at the left and the right and also in the bottom. So the key point to remember is the further it goes away, the smaller it gets. Once you understand that, you will automatically know that the size of the top pile would be bigger and the size of the bottom pile will be smallest. So as you will go further, you will also, once you have this concept in your head, you will automatically decrease the size. This slant line that we are measuring with the help of the pencil, if you are a beginner and a starter, it's very important for you to do every angle, every line with precautions. Measure it again and again to make sure it is in exact same angle, and the size you have to measure it again and again to recheck whether it is twice the vertical side, the horizontal, and the depth of the be twice. So I'm measuring it again and again to show how it is done. Of course, as you will be practicing, you will not be needing to do that again and again. As you would have noticed, the cross that I made was with very light pressure, almost not visible. Similarly, I would also make the drawing, the cuboid that I'm making, because it's very basic, with very light pressure, so that if you want to erase it, you can do it easily without leaving a mark or a dent on the paper. And it will also not spoil your shading, because if you tend to increase the pressure, the mark left on the paper will spoil the shading in the end. So right now the only focus is to make a shape, basic shape in perspective. Now I can see that this pile is not straight. With the help of the pencil, I am also looking at the slant. So I feel there is a slight curve in this pile. So I made that. During this process, the cross also helps me to understand where there are more curves, and it keeps me in track to complete that particular pile within the half of the drawing. After completing the image, and in the end I realized that it does not fit as per the size fixed. What I'm using right now is B series pencil 2B for the basic drawing. A lot of people I've noticed uses H pencil because it gives a very light drawing, but that is a wrong move, because H series usually leave a mark or a dent on the paper, which later on while shading is a big disturbance. So I prefer using 2B. 2B is the best to start with the drawing. We need to practice is to improve and keep control of the pencil pressure that we are holding. We need to practice by using 2B as the only pencil and change the tonal variation by increasing and decreasing of the pressure. I picked this image because it has basic shape rather than a complex composition. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to count the number of piles. so that I can keep a good track on which number I am, if in case you get a little confused. So the key point is again that as you go on, you have to keep rechecking whether you're on the right track or not, whether it is by measurements or you do it by the angle or you do it by counting. These are all the ways in order to know whether you're on the right track and not spoiling the proportion of it. As I'm completing the drawing, I can see that there is one pile is left, so I'm going to complete this one after I made sure that I'm ending at the right place with the right angle, and I'm going to now complete the top pile. After this, I'm going to start adding details with increasing the pressure of my pencil. Now I'm bringing tonal variation to it. I'm also going to add curves of the paper and little detail, adding to show that it is a currency. Not adding much cause it's a quick sketch and want to keep it simple for the beginners especially. Basic reason of why I am increasing my pressure now on the pencil is because I quickly want to just mark on the places where there is a shadow or a dark tone. This is done is because it helps you, especially during a still life where there is a live object. The light changes as per time, so this helps me remember the dark and light of the object. Though this is an image, so the light is not changing, but still I'll show the practice in the same manner as I would have done when it is a still life. I'm adding dark tones where there is a shadow and leaving it light. So this is called tonal variation. For this, your line quality has to be really good. Your hand has to go in a very smooth way from dark to light in the same line. This needs a lot of practice. So if you want to do that, you can start practicing at home before starting a drawing. Start practicing of light and to bring a line from light to dark and dark to light. That will help you improve. So after adding this detail, this is how it will end up. In order to look at the shading, please go to my next video. There is detail of how you would shade this image. If any questions, feel free to comment or ask in message.